Today we read from the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs, chapter 3. This little book of poetry hides just before Isaiah in the Old Testament, quite short, but very remarkable. It's a love song, attributed to Solomon, but so were all the Proverbs, as were all the Psalms to David, a literary device. Solomon was a legendary lover, with his 700 wives and 300 concubines. No doubt the numbers were exaggerated, and the marriages mainly meant as political alliances, but nevertheless it's impressive. And the poem is lovely, touching and moving, as well as explicitly erotic in places. It celebrates the goodness and joy of human romantic love and of the sexual expression of love. It has traditionally been interpreted as more than a human love poem. Jewish tradition sees it as an allegory of the relationship between God and Israel. In Christianity, it's viewed as an allegory of Christ and his bride, the church. I suspect it is set as a reading for this week because of the story of Mary Magdalene's encounter with the risen Lord in the garden outside the tomb on Easter Day. You can read about that in John 20, verse 14 onwards. Mary is weeping on discovery of the empty tomb, and a man is present whom she assumes is the gardener. She asks what's happened to the body of Jesus. He says her name, Mary, and she immediately recognizes his voice. In the Song of Solomon, the woman says, "Scarcely had I passed them when I found him whom my soul loves. I held him and would not let him go." But Jesus says to Mary, "Do not hold on to me." Noli me tangere in the Latin Bible. A slightly puzzling comment, perhaps because her instinct was to embrace him, but he draws back. Why would he do that? It seems to be an acknowledgement that things have changed. He is not the same as he used to be. The body she can see is recognizable but somehow different, and their relationship, though still deeply loving, has changed too. Maybe it means, you can't keep me here in this way. As the resurrection appearances came and went unpredictably, the disciples could not control when and where they encountered him. Similarly, we can't control our own spiritual experiences. Sometimes we feel close to God, and sometimes not. We can put ourselves in the way of that through prayer and worship and Bible reading, but we can't make it happen, as it were. We can't manipulate the Spirit to give us spiritual uplift whenever we want it. As so often, the point is beautifully illustrated in the Narnia stories. Aslan is said to be not a tame lion. He comes and goes unpredictably, but it's clear that he knows all that's going on, whether they're aware of him or not. Sometimes a person calls to him and he comes or he helps, usually in a different way or form than they expected. He is not a tame lion. We do not control him. He's usually unseen. On one occasion, when the children think they have summoned Aslan, he tells them, "You would not have called to me unless I was calling you," which echoes Jesus' words in John 15:16. "You did not choose me, but I chose you." Mary could not touch Jesus, but she was sent off to tell the men disciples that she has seen him. Thus, Mary Magdalene was the first witness to the resurrection and the first apostle, one who is sent.